easiest homemade pizza is made on the barbecue, and it's just 5 ingredients. Let's do this. The 5 ingredients are, drum roll please, pizza sauce, whatever you like. I make my own, but you can use whatever you like. Arugula, surprised. Grated cheese, prosciutto, and pizza dough. And yes, I normally make my own pizza dough, but you know what? I was out of time today, so I am using the stuff from the store, which is more than okay. All right, let's do this. I'm going to start by rolling out the pizza dough. This is just sort of to get it in ready position, because ultimately I'm going to take this raw piece of dough out to the barbecue and cook it on the grill. I'm going to use a bit of flour here on the surface. There, generously flour that. And then this is probably the hardest part of the entire thing, getting the dough out of the bag. Let's see if this method works. There. Store-bought pizza dough is totally good. It just needs to sit at room temperature so that it can actually relax enough so that you can roll it out. See, now it's nice and easy going. So what I'm gonna do is, as much as I can, shape this into a sort of a circle, something that vaguely looks like pizza. And so I'm gonna stretch it a bit. I've got my rolling pin here. But at this point, I'm really not worrying too much about the shape because, like I said, we are taking this whole operation to an entirely different venue in a second. But sometimes these store-bought doughs can be a little bit more resistant to rolling. So, you know what? Just use the persuader. Oh, this is not a circle at all, but I am not worried. Okay, so all I've really done here is kind of stretched out the dough. There we go. But this is well, possibly the worst circle I've ever made. Make sure I can get it off of the counter. Okay, now I'm actually going to transfer this just to like a cookie sheet, and that's for transport purposes only. A little more flour just in case. Flop. Okay, put him aside for a second. Now I'm just going to gather the other ingredients I'm going to need out at the barbecue. This is just to save me from having to run inside the house, because once it starts cooking, it actually happens pretty fast. So I've got my sauce and I've got my cheese. But Claire, what about the arugula and the prosciutto? Don't worry, they happen after the pizza is cooked. Okay, I've got my canola spray, I've got my long tongs. Dough is stretched out. Let's take it to the grill. There are 3 secrets to barbecued pizza perfection. First, you really want to get this grill absolutely screaming hot. You want to bury that needle, like preheat it for 5, 10, 15 minutes. Get it really, really hot, otherwise the dough is going to stick. So this is really hot. I'm going to give it a good clean first of all. Whew. As with all grilling, I want to grease the clean grill really, really well. So I just use canola oil spray, and I have this little technique where I kind of back up so that the flames don't hit me. Whew. The second secret to barbecued pizza perfection is self-confidence. Bear with me here. You have to really believe in yourself. I'm about to put raw, very wobbly dough directly onto a 500-degree grill. Believe in yourself and you can do it, because I believe in you. Okay, ready? I'm gonna take this misshapen non-circle, drape it over my hands. There we go. Okay, I've got a couple of seconds to straighten things out here. It's gonna be artisanal shaped. How about that? Close the lid. Barbecued pizza always ends up looking artisanal shaped. Anything else isn't really barbecued pizza. It takes about 2 minutes. It's going to kind of cook on the one side. Then I'm gonna flip it over and start adding the toppings. So this has been on for a couple minutes. It's about time to flip. Oh yeah, look at that beautiful thing. Okay, again, believe in yourself. Yes. Now this is why I suggested that you have the toppings at the ready. I am going to add some sauce right on to the cooked side here. I like my pizza pretty saucy. You can, of course, do whatever you like. Now, the other secret to barbecued pizza perfection is to keep the toppings simple. You're gonna see why in about 2 seconds. Okay, we've got the sauce. Now for the cheese. Generous sprinkling. You keep them simple because if I added much more than this, the toppings wouldn't actually get hot before the pizza itself burnt. So all I'm really doing is kind of creating a sauce and cheese base, and then I like to use raw toppings for the rest. That's why I'm using prosciutto and arugula. All right, so once the cheese is on, go. Important, reduce heat to low. Low, low. Then I'm gonna close the lid and patiently wait until it melts. The third secret to grilled pizza perfection is to keep the toppings simple. I don't have a lot of time here. I don't want to put on so many toppings that they won't actually get hot. So I really just use sauce and cheese, let that get melty, and then I'll add the prosciutto and the arugula in their sort of raw state. So it's a very special combination of flavors. All right, this is gonna take about anywhere between 3 and 8 minutes. Every couple minutes, I'm gonna peek the barbecue open and make sure it's not getting too burnt and the cheese is getting nicely melted. Oh, beautiful. A little bit of bubbling happening at the back here. Cheese is nicely melted. The edge is nice and cooked. This pizza is ready. I'm going to turn the barbecue off. And now I'm going to put the prosciutto on. So prosciutto is raw. It's the way it's supposed to be eaten. But it'll kind of like heat up and cook a little bit as I lay the slices on top of that hot, melty cheese. So fresh arugula, it's almost like an herb. It's so flavorful, and it'll be so delicious on top of this pizza. But I really don't want to cook it. It's like a peninsula. What province or state does this look like? What country? Oh yeah, all this needs is an optional little squeeze of lemon juice and a bit of salt and pepper, and then it needs to be eaten. So to get it off the grill, I'm gonna try the tongs, but I've got the spatula right here as backup. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's working, it's working. That poor end piece, there we go. It's pizza time! So it's in addition to the 5 ingredients, but a little squeeze of lemon juice can be quite delicious. And I like a little bit of olive oil as well. And of course, a nice sprinkle of salt. This pizza is ready to eat. Ooh, look at that. So remember those secrets. Number 1. Ooh. So remember those secrets. You've got to really preheat the grill. You've got to believe in yourself when you're throwing that dough on the grill, and keep the toppings simple. Life is complicated. Cooking shouldn't be. Happy cooking. Have you ever had one of those pizzas that combines 2 ingredients and you just can't believe how delicious it is? I know I have. What's your favorite? Tell me in the comments below.